Hello and welcome to Fleet Ops 101. In this tutorial I will go over how to make the most of your abilities as a newbie in a fleet combat situation. One of the first things that I want to cover is how to correctly join an existing gang. To join an existing op, all you have to do is type an X into one of the chat channels. This is typically followed by your ship type and your role. So in my case I will put X newbie tackler because I'm a newbie and I'm flying a tackling frigate. The more information that you give at this point, the easier it is for the fleet commander, so give as much detail as you possibly can. The next thing that you want to do is make sure that your ship is fitted correctly. In this case I'm flying a tackling frigate, so in one of my mid slots I've got a warp disruptor for scrambling warp drives, and the other mid slot is taken up by a micro warp drive which gets my top speed up to about 3000 meters per second. The low slots are taken up by cap power relays for capacitor recharge, and I've got a couple of guns in the highs. If you have guns or missiles, make sure you're carrying ammo, otherwise you might find you can't fire them in the middle of a fight. Another thing you might want to do while you're in station is just make sure that your clone's up to date. If it's not, click the upgrade button and purchase a clone that is up to date and that can hold all your skill points. And the last thing that you can do while you're in the station is just make sure that your ship is insured. As you can see, mine's not, so I'm just going to quickly go ahead and insure it for some stupid amount of money, and I'll get that back once I die, and I will because I'm a tackler. Next thing that I want to cover is how to align. It's one of the most basic fleet ops maneuvers, and it helps everybody warp at the same time. This stops you from getting killed. To align, all you have to do is find the thing you're aligning on, in this case a Stargate in space. If you click it in the overview, it'll have a box around it in space, so making it very easy to find. All you have to do is double click next to it anywhere in space and fly towards it at full speed and do absolutely nothing else. You might have noticed that I don't actually have a gang with me. That's because the rest of GoonFleet are lazy arseholes and don't want to fly with me, but for the purposes of this video, flying solo will explain everything anyway. As you can see now, I'm warping towards the Stargate in my nice pretty ship. As we're flying towards this gate, I'm going to just quickly explain what gate statuses mean. If you think of a traffic light, green means go, red means stop. The same thing applies to the gates. So when you hit a Stargate, just wait for your fleet commander to call out the gate status. Do not jump through unless you're told, otherwise you may get the fleet killed, or you'll get yourself killed at best. As you can see, we've arrived at the Stargate. Now normally what would happen is you'd wait for your fleet commander to give the order to jump in, so they'd say gates green, gates red, hold, don't hold, jump, something like that. In this case, because I'm the only person here, I can give myself the order to jump, which I will right now. One thing to note, when you undock from a station, make sure you clear the undock point as soon as you can, because ships are undocking all the time and you'll get in the way and you'll bump them. In this case, as you can see, there's a carrier on the undock point and he will not be very happy if I bumped him, so try and get away as fast as you can. One final point to remember is that the fleet commander is the only person that you should ever take orders from while you're flying in a gang. Do this and you will go on to great things as shown in the following clips.